Hello YouTube, my name is Bill Covert, and I've enjoyed the service truck tours of the ag guys and the equipment guys, so I thought I'd see if I can do a service truck tour on a road service. I started in the truck business in 1970. I did 10 years in the dealerships, got laid off in 81. Been independent ever since. I'm probably up around 25,000 invoices. So I've been around, and I wanted to take and share with you how a road service truck, how I've got that, and see if you guys enjoy it here. So bear with me. It's an old man trying to do young kid stuff. So here we go. My service truck is a 2018 Dodge Cummins. California said the old 7.3 Ford was non-compliant. So we got this, we got a new horse here, and we have an old saddle. So that's the bed off the old Ford that I've had in 99. Guys start off with theirs from the inside. I guess I can do that too. For lights, I use the Astro lights introduced by South Main Auto. I pulled out the middle seat, took and built a box, got some storage in it. There's a multimeter, so I can take, and with that, why, I can just take and pile all kinds of stuff on there. The laptop I use is diesel laptops. I have a Cummins, and I have Detroit factory software also loaded in it. Got some other things back here. There's a Tecton half-inch set chrome in case I need some deep well metrics, which I don't get into too much. But let's start with my newest purchase here. My old welder went out this past summer. So it had I had a shaft on it and on the flywheel, and it ran the air compressor. Now the problem with the new welders is that the new welders, you have to buy one specifically that has the ability to charge batteries. So this is a Miller Bobcat Air Pack. So it's got the air compressor. It's got where you can run wired, you can run stick, you can charge 12 volt, you can charge 24 volt. It has the air compressor flow. It'll get up to about 175, 180 pounds. So it's a slick unit. I really like it. Now the thing with me that I use the welder more for than anything is charging batteries, because I'm a road service. Trucks are low batteries all the time. It's a major thing. Well, this has the ability, you plug in here for your charge batteries. And from Miller, you can buy yourself a 25-foot lead set, and you can charge with clips on it. You can charge batteries with it. But for a road service, that is problematic. That's next to useless, because I work on the freeway. So where I am standing right now filming this, my ass is actually out in the truck lane on the interstate. So for me to do batteries, it has to go out the back of the truck, and I'll show you how I do it. Now I have this plumbed or wired over here. So the leads go behind the receptacles. My welding cables go into it. Now on the bottom, you're going to see an extra red plug right down here. And that one is hooked directly to the batteries in the truck. So you've got 12 volts in. If you go down here and you got nothing in the storage. That serves a particular purpose in that if you ever get a set of batteries that are all the way down, you can't charge them. So you're out in the field and you got batteries and you try to put a charge to it, they won't take it. Well, what you do is take some jumpers and hook the battery you're trying to charge to a battery that's already charged. Then the battery you're charging will accept a charge, and once it gets up to about 6 volts, why then it takes off and it's on its own and you can charge. So anyway, while I've got my cables, I run into the back. I bought myself an argon bottle here because this thing takes and has the ability to run a wire feed. So I'll show you how I'm set up. This is my back compartment, my torches, and then my cables. Underneath the cables is my big wrenches that go up to 1.5 inches. So in this compartment, I carry my tips, my torches. Got a bottle of soap, small fire extinguisher, bigger fire extinguisher. Then the cables come out the back and they plug in here. So then I have 50 feet of lead that I can take out and charge truck batteries with. So here is the other end here, my ground and my receptacle. And so I can, if I want to charge batteries, I use this. If I want to weld, I plug in this thinger. Air arc, which I don't do too much anymore, why I can plug that in. And down here is a Miller wire feed. So charging batteries then, it's pretty easy with this setup here because I can go out 50 feet. But being as how we're on the subject of charging batteries, let me show you guys how I used to charge batteries with the welder itself. Some guys know this, a lot of people don't. So we'll walk over here to the old welder. So if you want to, this is a Miller Legend 200 amp constant current. And if you want to charge batteries, it works good. I'd rather charge batteries with, excuse me for shaking, with this old machine than I would with the new one. Now there's one rule in charging batteries with welders. You never connect or disconnect welding cable leads while the machine is running. You run the chance of maybe doing something like that. So you hook your leads up if you're going to charge some batteries with a old constant current machine. You take and you hook your leads to your batteries. And the key to charging batteries with a welder is the voltmeter. So you take your voltmeter, drop it on the ground. Let's pick the sucker up and start again. So you take your voltmeter and you connect it to the batteries. Now I used to, I would connect mine to my some lugs I had on the welder. So you charge your batteries. It's regulated by the voltage in the voltmeter. And what you want to do, you want to keep the charge on the voltmeter between 13.5 volts and 14.5 or 15 volts, just exactly like they're being charged by the equipment. Now you can start in, so we go down here, we're 40 amps. So you start your charging and you watch your voltage. You get your voltage up there between 13.5 and 15 volts. And if it holds good, then you can stop your machine. If you want to charge more, you just take and go up. You got to stop your machine every time you do it, though, because you can't switch under load. You'll burn your switches out. Now, what you need to watch for, you're going to have two kinds of batteries that you're going to be charging. So when you get a bad battery and you start your charging at 40 amps, you're going to see the voltage on the voltmeter just really climb. It'll go up to 18, 19 volts, and where you're at your lowest setting on your welder. Well, that's a bad battery, and that one needs to be replaced. Now, you have good batteries. Like most of the time, I'm charging either between 2 and 4 batteries. You have good batteries, why then you can you hook it up and you can take and pick up that amp to where you're doing 130 amps. And it stays in the 13.5 to 15 volt range because the batteries are good. They're taking in the charge. So you want to take and charge it up. 12.6 is a fully charged battery. You need to shut your welder off. When you get up 12.6, then you're going to be good. And that is basically all you really need to do, learn in charging batteries. Now, once you do it a few times and you start seeing the bad batteries where that 40 amps, the voltage just climbs, pretty soon you can just take and hook up to a unit. Like a truck, they have charging posts to them. You hook up to it, you start it up and you can tell, not even looking at the batteries, what shape they're in. Because if the batteries take good voltage, just take them amps, eat them up, and that voltage stays between 13.5 and 15, that's a good set of batteries. So but you're down around 40 amps and the voltage just keeps climbing, why that's a bad set of batteries and you need to do something. Now, if you're trying to do a 24 volt system, then how you do that is you take and you disconnect the jumper between the A battery set and the B battery set. You get your jumper cables and you hook your jumper cables up positive to positive, negative to negative, so you have your A set and your B set wired parallel. That way there's just 12 volts. And then you take and attach your clamps to your negative and your positive, and you just proceed to charge it just like a normal 12 volt battery. And they'll both charge up at the same time. And you got to watch the cables, though. I mean, you start putting in 130 amps or whatnot, cables get real hot. So just realize that amperage creates heat. You keep the voltage down below the 15 volts. Then you won't get gas cooking off. You don't want to take and trip on the cables where it comes off and creates a spark. That's bad for two reasons, because if you're careless and the battery started cooking off, why then you're going to have something like that. The other reason is that whenever if the battery's cables come off, it also causes a voltage surge, and you don't want that in the electronics of the truck or the unit. And let me show you something else here. We'll walk back, and there's something else you can put on, which is you put on a capacitor there. That will take and prevent the thing from voltage surges. So that's kind of sort of a tour of my my new welder and how to charge batteries. Kind of a view from the back. We've been around. Now on road services trucks, we are set up exactly opposite from you ag guys and you heavy duty guys. This side over here, this is the suicide. This side over here, that's the work side. So everything on my truck is exactly opposite of what you heavy duty guys do. So I think I'll take and kind of close this off here, give it a test run, see if it works. If it does, get my neighbor to show me how to put it up on YouTube. And if that works, why we'll try to make some more, do some content of what's in the truck. So until then, thanks for watching, and I hope I was edifying. So thank you kindly. Bye.